In my last video that I did, it was an art project, but I was thinking about how I would really like to start painting again. I grew up being, not the best at art, but quite good. I was always told by my teachers that I was good, that I had a talent, but I never really pushed myself for it until, just these recent years, really. I mean, I've always painted, but I've never actually tried to pursue a career in art. And I've tried mainly acrylic painting. I've tried a bit of digital art. I've recently tried watercolor and gouache. But what I really want to do is start getting really good at eventually oil painting, doing portraits and things like that. I don't often do sculptures like in my last video. That's not something that happens very often, especially out of those materials. But today in this video, I just wanted to say that recently I had this massive sudden surge with these ideas in my head, and I really feel like I need to get it out. So I decided to try something different. Usually when I paint, I go into detail almost immediately, but with this painting, I'm just sort of being, just putting my brushstrokes wherever. And I think that you should always try something new. I know a lot of people tell you, oh, you need to find your own style and this and that, and I just, I want to try different styles. I want to see what I like the most. So for today, I'm just doing, I don't really know what I would call this, fantasy realism with loose and impressionistic brushstrokes. And I did this painting over the course of 3 nights. And if I had to guess, I would say it took me probably around only 8 or 9 hours. And I never, ever, ever take that short of amount of time to do a painting. I always take such a long time to do my art. This was incredibly quick. I also really needed a break from a painting that I've been doing for a while on a very large canvas. It's actually the biggest painting I've ever done. It's just a Studio Ghibli painting, so it's not something that's just popped out of my brain or anything like that, but I really needed a break from it, so I wanted to do something more for me and just a quick distraction from it. And I am really excited to be doing oil paintings on gesso panel in the future. I really want to try and do that. I didn't mind the gouache and the watercolor, that was fun, but I really would like to try to do some photography and then reference my photography into my oil paintings, mainly just portraits. And every now and then maybe try and do a couple of paintings here and there that are fantasy, like what I'm doing here. When I finished this painting, I was quite happy with it. There are a couple of areas where I feel like I could have done a little bit better, but overall, I am really happy with it. The paints I'm using as well are Holcroft mixed with some other student grade paints, and I really want to move on to using Winsor & Newton, things like that. And I feel like this type of art, it was a lot of fun to do as well, because as long as you have your basics down, you can tell where the water is, you can tell where the grass is, where the leaves are, all that type of stuff, I feel like you can just do whatever you want with this. This was very different for me. I'm not really sure if I would do loose brush strokes like this again, but for an experiment, I really enjoyed it. I know I should also probably be using a desk panel. I do have an easel, but I well, you guys couldn't see what I was doing if I was to do that, so we're just painting flat today. Usually I do like to use my easel, but for where my camera is and for what I have, this is the best that I can do for a YouTube video. But I'm hoping to change that in the future and to just upgrade pretty much everything that I use. Within the next coming year, I want to try to open up a Redbubble for prints and perhaps eventually my own website for original art pieces and sell them. I plan on doing that when I really do better my skills with oil painting, and maybe even one day commissions if I hate myself that much. I'm not too sure about commissions, but it is something to think about. Never say never, but I definitely am very excited to be doing portraits in the future. And I think that selling an art piece is, like, for me, that's one of the most amazing feelings in the world. It's like, wow, somebody actually wants to buy my work. Someone wants to do that for me. That is amazing, because I have had people ask me in the past on my Twitch years ago when I painted on my Twitch, could you please do this for me? Do you do commissions? That, just getting asked that alone is a really great feeling. It's like, wow, this person wants to pay me to do that for them. That's great. And I'm able to do that, but I just never really pushed myself for it. At the moment, I am a little busy with my life. I'm currently in study. I work 2 jobs. You know, all of the stuff that falls in the cracks of life in between that. So at the moment, I can't do too many paintings and, you know, really focus on this full time. This is definitely something that I still plan on doing just out of pure enjoyment and for the love of art and actually making something that I could think of and just producing it and for other people to enjoy it as well. Looking back and watching this video, I could pick my own art apart all day. I really wish that I wasn't like that, but I feel like we're all like that in some ways. It's like you create something and then you can just sit there all day and then punish yourself for how much you hate it. Like, for example, I am upset with how disproportioned her body is, and I just overall feel like I've failed just because of that, when in reality it looks like it's meant to be like that. And it's totally okay that it is like that. And if you're not happy with it, it's just paint. You can go over it, like, and do it again. I'm not going to go over this actual painting. I'm actually going to leave it like this because it serves as a reminder of this, is that you can just keep trying again. Keep trying, keep experimenting, and just keep going. It's all about having fun as well. That's pretty much all it's about, is having fun and creating something that you've thought of. Before I finish off this voice recording, I also wanted to say that I named this piece of art The Hidden Egg, and the reason why I named it that was because when I was doing her dress, I feel like I accidentally painted an egg that no one else will ever notice. I'm just going to put it up on the screen now because I feel like that is exactly what it looks like. I don't know why, it just reminds me of a fried egg. It's just sitting in her dress for whatever reason, but it's there. I also have to apologize for the lack of focus on my camera. I'm pretty much just using my webcam. I really wish that I did have the proper equipment to show my videos a bit more professionally, but for now this is all I have, and it's better than nothing, and you can see what I'm doing, so it does kind of work, I suppose. But if you are interested in this piece, if you would like it, there will be prints available on my Redbubble, and I'll also post my Etsy as well. Thank you.